My name is Newton Spice, a guitarist in Nigeria, and I want to say keep watching Get Yourself Alive.
Get yourself alive.
Hello guys, I'm Apollo Snowball and I'm a mass communicator. Come on, keep watching Get Yourself Alive.
Get yourself alive.
Get yourself alive.
Get yourself alive.
Get excited, jump about, be fun, be happy, and get yourself alive.
There's a saying that beautiful things happens every day, but most of us, our eyes are not open to see it. I'm here today to tell you that even though bad things happen, good things also happens. And one important thing you must know about life is it is what you expect you get. With this, I'm welcoming you to the show once again. This is Get Yourself Alive. Reverend Gbenga, it's good to have you, sir.
Thank you very much.
So you tell us a little about yourself and then we go for the topic.
All right. Like you rightly said, I'm Reverend Gbenga Alege, and I'm an administrator. I'm a public relations consultant. I'm a political scientist. I'm a political analyst, a social commentator, and above all, I am a pastor.
Good to meet you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Good to meet you, sir.
Thank you very much.
So, how can I make a life out of this? There is nothing, there is nobody, there is no capital, nothing to start with. Okay, but I also know some persons that have started from scratch, like no sponsors at all. So I want you to give us steps how we can maximize every bit of our situations or states like now.
Wow. I want to thank you for this, and I want to say that this talk is coming at a very, very appropriate time, especially in our country, Nigeria. First of all, let me say this. There is no human being on the surface of the earth created by God that does not have potential.
Yeah.
Every human being is created with a gift. Some it may be 5, some may be 2, some it may be just 1. But let's settle that in our mind. Whoever is watching, whoever you are, wherever you are, I need you to know that the fact that you are even alive is an indication that you can make it.
Yes.
Because science tells us, right, that when a man and a woman meet, right, the man releases millions of sperm.
Yeah.
And those sperms have to struggle, they have to strive. Then it's just, and it's only one egg.
It finds its way there.
Yeah, and then you have to find your way there. So, which means the fact that, because we need to change our mentality, the fact that you could swim even as a sperm,
Yeah.
and you had to beat other sperms, and you were the first person to get to that egg, and then now you are alive, which means if you can do it in the womb, you can do it in life. So I need to establish that everybody that is created by God has potential at something. There's nobody without gift of potential. That is one. Now, having said that, what we have to think of now, that even how do you now discover that? Do you now realize that I have this? Maximizing your environment wherever you find ourselves. Like I said, Nigeria right now, our country, beloved country, I don't want to see otherwise, is blessed.
Yes.
So, and there's a lot of agitation, a lot of people want to do new things, a lot want to do, that's why you see people are desperate to travel out. Some are, and a lot of people are dying out. And I asked that question, the fact that you are even determined to go through the desert, to go through all those rigors, shows that you are determined to do something. So I want to commend you for that. The fact that you can even go. But the thing is this, we now need to direct that energy to the right channel.
Yes.
To the right channel. Now, you see, God himself, even in creation, right, created something out of nothing. When he said that the earth in the beginning, the earth was without form. It has no shape. A lot of things, there was confusion.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then God came in. He came in. And after coming in, he created all things, and he created human being And I want to say this to everybody because it's in the Bible, but it's applicable to everybody. And God said, have dominion. Have dominion, right?
Yes.
Replenish, right? Dominate. So, those are the charges that God has given us. And now we are on this earth, maximizing the environment that we find ourselves now. One, we need to know that you have something on the inside of you. Now, when you know that you have something inside of you, now the next thing that we need to know that you do not commonize that thing that you have on the inside of you.
Yes.
That's the second thing.
Yes.
Don't commonize it. Don't just look at it and say, what is this? This thing is too small. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
The Bible says that though your beginning may be small, your later end will be great. See, between that beginning and the expected end, there is an incubation period.
Yes.
And that incubation period, what do? You don't sit down, you take action. That's where a lot of us fail. So having established that we have, everybody has something. Secondly, that don't commonize that which you have.
Yes.
Then the third thing is this: having seen that thing, okay, it's little. What can I do with this? The difference between plantain and ikpekere and chips is the packaging.
Yes.
That's what they say. What does that mean? Now, you may just say packaging, but that talks about creativity, and that takes me to the next thing. I haven't discovered that thing, even though it's small. How can I be creative about this? How can I be creative? Let me tell you, my brother. Even if you are selling otapia,
Yes.
are you getting me?
Yes.
It's so vast. It's so vast. One day I sat down. I just sat down. I wrote the gifts that God has given me. The ones I could write was about 35.
Wow. That's
In this one person seated, 35. There were things I do, I enjoy. I don't think, I never thought they could bring money on everything. But as time, before, I just do public speaking. Are you getting me? I was not as good in that. But when I said, okay, public speaking, it can be good. Oh, okay. And then I went on the internet. Another thing is that I want to say self-development. I started looking at it. Okay, public speaking. How can I do this? 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 And I looked at it and I started following it. My brother, I will not tell you. Before I knew, people say, come and do MC here. Come and do MC here. Come and do MC here. And from there, and I said, okay. You mean I've been sitting on this gift?
It's been there
over these years. Are you getting me?
Yes.
And people are looking at me and say, you are becoming a brand. And recently, and someone just say, I'm doing a retraining of myself. I'm actually even thinking of doing a course, or doing a master's in English right now.
Wow.
I tell my son, when I listen to CNN, I'm not listening to CNN just for news. At times I listen for the pronunciation. How do you pronounce the right words? Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So when I go out, when I stand before, and you know the Bible says that a man's gift shall make room for him. He will stand before him. So when you look at yourself, when you know that we have established about 4 things now, that nobody is born empty.
Yes.
Now, 2, that thing, don't commonize it. Then, little, it may be small.
Yes.
Then, idea about it. Re-engineer that thing. Like what you're doing now is re-engineering. I met somebody, I'm into music too.
Okay, yeah, I know about that.
I go for socials.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know about me. I go for social. That's another dimension of my side. And then I just sit down, get a business card. I have about 2-3 business cards, right? The one for the pastoral one is there. Are you getting me?
Yes.
The one for the socials is there. The one for the public speaking is there. Are you getting me?
Yes.
So is what you, like I told you, I sat down, I wrote about 35 gifts. Those are the ones I could remember. And there are a lot of, look, God gave everybody gift. It may be 5, it may be 2, it may be 1. Even if it is 1, are you getting me?
Yes.
Even if it is 1, as long as you continue to re-engineer, let people know you for one thing. What is that passion that you have? And then when they know you for that, do you know that out of that one gift, a lot of things can grow out?
Yes, sir.
I was coming this morning, I was just talking to myself. I said, discovering purpose, maximizing what we are saying now. When you have discovered, your job actually may not be your purpose.
Yes, that's right.
You can be a medical doctor. Maybe you just want to go to school, your parents want you to be a name, just answer the name, medical doctor. There are a lot of frustrated medical doctors around.
So much of them.
But there's another medical doctor who understands that, okay, I went to medical school, but out of this, I can convert this, and then use it to fulfill purpose. That is what, yes, you can maximize any, see, Archbishop will tell us, and I tell people, it is not the environment,
Yes.
it is the God that you carry and the creativity. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
Take a man who has potentials, who is creative, who have ideas. Take him even to the desert. He will still flourish.
Yes.
He will flourish. No matter where you find yourself.
All right. Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Our time is up. Some of the points he talked about was discovering what you have inside. You can make the most out of it, no matter how small it looks to you. It was God that kept it there. And he knows with that you can make your life count. Thank you for hanging out with us today. Thank you, sir.
God bless you.
It's good having you on the show.
I appreciate you.
People often ask me, how can there be a God? How can there be a God when the world is full of destruction? How can there be a God when the best of hearts are full of corruption? How can there be a God when people are taken too early from their loved ones? This happens every day, and because of this, there is no God, they say. Because of every man's greed and evil, because of murder and rape, because of a man whose finger's on the trigger and he doesn't hesitate, because of children with starving eyes who are even barely staying alive, because of the mother of 4 whose lover just walked out the door, because of girls who fell victim for boys' lustful scheme. Now pay attention. Don't you notice a common theme? It's us. Every imperfection on earth is all on us. God gave us the ability to choose in our lives in hopes that we will find Him, but we use the abilities for ourselves, betrayed our Creator, and turned to sin. And now I ask you, how can there be no God? How can there be no God when something as beautiful as the sunrise happens every day? How can there be no God when dark times are filled with bright stars? We may be struggling, but we're still eating. We may be crying, but we're still breathing. The most beautiful things happen every day, and because of this, there is a God, I say. You don't believe me? Then tell me, how can lives be changed by something you say is not real? Haven't we had witnesses of people whose life has been redefined by something you can physically feel? Blind eyes, minds, souls that this same touch has made free. Then why are we so scared? Even sometimes when we don't see the sun, we know it's still there. How can people explain something that they don't believe in and can't be explained? Do you hear me, God? There are still some of us that believes in your existence, that are faithful, loyal, and follow you in persistence, that they love you and for you are willing to go the extra distance.